going on? Let's see, testing. Okay, the audio works. Perfect. How's everybody doing this fine morning, this great morning? It's Friday, I think. Sometimes I can't tell which day it is because all the days just blend together. The only reason I know it's Friday is because I'm really pushing for a positive day. Good morning, William. Really pushing for a positive day to end the week rather than anything else. So we'll see how this all goes. Sorry if I'm making noise with this. I just got to spin it. Good morning. How you doing today? Matt, I swear the timing you get on this is perfect. I just get out of work. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Really good to hear. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning. Thank you for watching. Good morning from St. Louis. Good morning. Thank you for watching. Is it Sade? Matthew Sade? We don't really have too much movement. I'm really excited about what FAMI is doing, but a lot of other things are kind of flat, and we understand. I mean, the pre-market usually doesn't show too much. It kind of shows us what the volume is, I guess. Volume doesn't really look great for AMC, so we might be flat today. You think we're going to have a green day today? It might be green. It might be slightly green. We've seen yesterday it was slightly red after being up a pretty decent amount. You know, up to 299, or sorry, not 299, 12.99, up to that $13 mark, and then decreased down to being basically flat. So, yeah, we're hoping we see something good today, but you never really know. I know that I am truly upset with like a lot of the positions that I'm invested into for these swing trades, and I understand that a lot of positions in general are, you know, decreasing over this negative time period that we are seeing in the markets from day to day, and it like upsets me because you're seeing. Well, I'll read that in a second because yeah, it upsets me because you're seeing it decrease so much for something that's not shouldn't be decreasing that much. Shouldn't show that value. The value is a lot higher. Something like Ride, where we seen a lot of, you know, someone got on my case about me saying seen. We have seen, you know, in the past and, you know, yesterday that it's decreasing quite a bit, and it's being shorted as well. And I don't like to just point out that everything is, you know, being shorted. It makes me sound like, you know, everything's going against me because, you know, hedge funds are shorting everything, which they are. They control everything. We see how this position is doing, the strength in this position up to $11.74. They completely tanked this from where it's controlled by hedge funds and people with money into the you know, open, where we see the buying strength, but then all of a sudden starts to decrease even more. It should not be valued less than that $9 mark. So if it does decrease lower than $9, that doesn't make sense. It showed a lot of strength above $12, but for some reason it's showing a lot of, you know, sell power, you know, down below that $12 mark, well below, getting to about $6. It makes no sense whatsoever, because we see the buying strength. We see the fact that they are shorting it at a high volume. So I bought Ride yesterday on the dip, but it kept dipping. Yeah, it made no sense to me whatsoever. I was like, all right, well, this is probably just going to take a little bit of a dip because the market overall. Then I went in to check the short interest, because I've never checked the short percentage, and it showed that they were 30% short. And that means that they're continuously shorting this. Even though we've seen days that were positive, they were shorting it on those days as well. And I would imagine they're shorting it heavier on these days that they are down. Super green. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of things green in the pre-markets. I got up early this morning for the AM pre-market. was moving AMC. Yeah, AMC was moving a little bit. I mean, it's up 1%. It's up higher than where, closed, which is definitely good. You see that gap up to $12.85. Did decrease a little bit, started to get flat. I just hope that we can see some movement here. Right now, we're only seeing 41K worth of volume. For the last couple of days, we've been seeing millions of shares worth of volume in the after hours market and pre-market. Bro, why didn't you pop up on my notification? Sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Especially since I post like 2 videos after I already stream. So with you posting multiple videos, sometimes you don't get the notification. So I know for family members and my wife as well, she'll get my notifications hours after or even days after I post it. Like she'll go like, how are you going live right now? You're sitting right next to me. And I'm like, I'm not going live. You got that notification. Just, I don't know, a day in advance or not a day in advance, a day late. Thank you, Joe, for the super chat. Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hopefully it is a happy Friday. I'm hoping we see something really good today. Still talking about AMC. Yeah, of course. Of course. This is just like what you've seen in like the Big Short, and people were talking about this, obviously looking for it to go their way. And it was just a matter of time until, big banks gave up, and we're waiting for the hedge funds to give up. Eventually, they're going to lose way too much money and just, accept their losses because we're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. Hey, brother, I'm trying to buy something worth 2,500 and got a check. And I'm trying to buy Litecoin and double down GME even more, which is the best thing to do in my place. So it's tough. I would say GME has more potential to, squeeze, still has that large push in it. But Litecoin long term has that large potential, right? So even short term, it has that potential to at least double right now. But I would say, can GME double from where it is? Yes, it can double from where it is. Can it triple from where it is? Yes, it can. So technically, you're in the same boat with both of them. So it's kind of just throw it either this way or that way, and you'll be good. So Matthew Perry's cough drops. Thank you for stopping by. Always going to talk about AMC. It's not a dead cat. Yep, you're absolutely right. The amount of negative articles on AMC and Doge is telling that they're shaking their head. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As long as they're still talking about it, the squeeze is still relevant. They're going to continue to talk about it because they want to, suppress us, push us down, try and get as many people out of the position as possible. They control media as well. So, they can do whatever they want. We see all of the data, and we're going to go with that data and, take it as it is. And if it takes a while, just know that something like the mortgage crisis and, shorting what they did there, I mean, it took a while. It took a long time. If I double down and go to at least 500, I would get 25K. No news is bad news. Yes, exactly. I'm right there with you. All right, guys, I'm going to close this up. You know what? I'll wait a little bit. As soon as I play the first ad, I'll close it up. Facebook removed my AMC group from Facebook yesterday. Really? Why would they do that? Was there anything in there that, could be like, make the removal justified? What do you think of the new Webull mobile app update? I haven't seen it. I haven't updated my Webull mobile app. It looks normal to me. I'll need to go and update it and check it out. Oh, they have a May wheel event. What do you get? You can get free shares of Microsoft, GE. So they only have Microsoft on there. Refer 2 friends, get 10 free stocks. That's interesting. How do you join the members only? So if you're on an iPhone, it makes it difficult because the join button's not there, right? But if you're on mobile or you're on a desktop, you should be fine. If you're on Android or desktop, you should be fine. All you have to do is go by the subscribe button. There should be a join button. Click that join button, and it's 99 cents. Facebook removed a bunch of AMC groups. Why you ask? Because they're talking about AMC. Yeah, you shouldn't talk. I guess you shouldn't talk about why. But I don't understand, like why that is. I didn't know that Facebook was that close with hedge funds. I understand big businesses have some sort of tie with them, I guess. But Reed Zuckerberg's sister works with Motley Fool. Oh, and had a Facebook group shut down. For some reason, Facebook did that to a bunch of AMC groups. Can you talk about the first repo Fed did yesterday? I don't know what that is. To discuss adjusting money market support. I don't know what that is. I didn't even check that. All right, I'm going to play this ad and I'm going to close it up. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm really impressed with what Fami's doing. I'm in at 50 cents. I'm looking for this to increase, make its move on the way up. Looking to double the amount of money that I have in there, which is not a lot. It's only 50 cents, per share. So it's not something I bought a crazy amount. Tesla is up, getting back to that $600 mark. I'm in at 608. So I'm happy with that movement. If you were able to get in at somewhere around this, 545 mark, you might have made a decent amount of money from it, especially where it is now. And then as we're starting to see it, it's starting to fall back down from this 604 mark down, to 598. So hopefully it levels out and we see more of that upward trajectory over the, basically to make me feel good about the weekend. We have some things like Ethereum that's actually dropping down quite a bit, all the way from, I believe they got up to close to 3,000, or they did get over 3,000. Didn't see that. But they did jump over 3,000 recently, got up to 2,900, and then now it's dropping down to about 2,700. So not bad. Your camera has a delay? It shouldn't have a delay. Why does my camera have a delay? I haven't seen that. Good morning, peeps. Just seeing this. Thank you for stopping by, Tom. Did anyone in the chat go to the with Trey yesterday? I didn't go to that. Where was that at? Obviously, if it's like a physical meetup, I'm in Pennsylvania, so. But yeah, YouTube has a delay. Oh yeah, YouTube has the delay. So I make it what's it called? I forget what it's called. I basically set up a delay so that the connection is a lot better. If I didn't have a delay, the connection would probably be horrible because I'm supposed to have the best connection, but I don't because Xfinity sucks. Audio delay 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to deal with that because I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I set it up weird, but it didn't seem to do that in any of the videos that I post. Been listening all week while setting up and running my kids' book at school. Well, it's good to try and multitask. I don't know how much multitasking you actually got done because I feel like multitasking doesn't exist. Sometimes you can do it and you can actually pull out, instead of having, splitting the time 50-50, somehow you split it like 70-70, which doesn't make sense, but it does, if you are a parent. Because I split my time and I feel like I'm doing really, really good work. So it's like I'm putting in close to 100% effort in both areas rather than, 50-50. So right now I could say what's open. Out of everything that's open, if I cashed everything out today, I would be up $1,727. Even though I have a lot of things that are down, I think AMC is kind of holding holding that spot that's getting me to a point to where it is positive, because everything else is negative, and negative by far. I mean, ZOM is negative by far and SOS is negative by far. Everything else is not really too bad. I can take $100, $200 loss. I'm okay with all of those, but the 500 plus loss is not something that I really want to have. So if I cashed everything out today, it would be about $1,700 worth of a gain. But, we deal with it. I do see some positive moves in a lot of these stocks that I'm in, because FAMI is on its way up. SOS definitely has that huge potential. A lot of these are heavily shorted. Like Tesla has been shorted since forever, pretty much. AMC, is heavily shorted. This is what we talk about all the time. DraftKings, that's just weird the way that they are dropping. I haven't really seen any short information on them, so I can't really say so, but we are seeing like a definite move from 41 or close to 42 up to this $45 mark. So we're seeing some movement, seeing some positive movement in the last couple of days. I'm all for it. And it shows that it can get up to those areas. Like if we look at year to date and we look at the growth looks absolutely amazing. You have the positivity, you have where it does fall a little bit and it actually falls pretty hard and recovers slowly. Wouldn't have thought that it would fall this hard past the 200 EMA, but it did. And we can see that growth on the way up. So I'm going to be holding that for a little bit. That's about, I think, $2,000 worth as we get into DraftKings. Let me see. Where's DraftKings? DraftKings. Sorry, I vested a total of $1,000 and I'm actually down $200. So that's quite a loss for $1,000. Typically, I'll be a little bit more disciplined. A lot of times this stuff, happens. I have like cat fur that's like on my eye or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of positions that can grow, and typically I don't just go with a lot of heavily shorted positions or anything like that. Most likely I'm going with day tradable positions or quicker swing trade positions, and if it goes against me, most likely I'm out. But for something that's heavily shorted, it's difficult to set a automatic stop loss. So, and then even when things do happen, you're going to see a lot of that loss or activity happen over the after hours market, which means that you lose quite a bit of money. So, not knocking you or Trey at all, but does Trey stay so positive with so much red in the market? I don't know. I mean, obviously, he knows what the end goal is, and that's how he could stay positive. I never understood how anybody can stream for 8 hours and know that like a bunch of negative things are happening and still be able to find a positive out of it. I like to find positives out of things, but that ended like that's for me. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I see it completely red, it just, my attitude just changes, and it's just not something that I want to look at the market. So I won't even look at it. It's not something where I would trade anything or sell anything. I just wouldn't look at it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how they do it, how Matt does it, how Trey does it, because Matt does it every single day. Trey does it sparingly. I know he's been doing it for the last couple of days here, but I don't know how they do it. It's weird. Delay on my laptop is about 10 seconds behind mobile. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh wait, you're talking about just the app, or are you talking about me? Because I know the delay here seems pretty long. It's a normal delay, a normal. I can't think of the term. I've missed so many opportunities for potential profit, but I've learned from my mistakes with AMC and GME. I hear you. Yeah, that's a good thing, is if you can learn from those mistakes. Some people that I've seen invested at the top, like I'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, oh, I invested in GME at $250 or $270 and it hasn't gotten back there in a while. And they're like, is it going to get back there? I'm like, yes, it could definitely get back there, and it will get back there. But the problem is that you made that investment too early, thinking that it is going to, make that huge move at the moment. And you never really can predict when the squeeze will happen, just like you've seen when I got out before, the squeeze actually, or not squeeze, before that large increase actually happened with GME. You can't actually predict when it's going to happen, thinking that you have time while it's going to settle, and then you can get back into it if you wanted to as you start to see some movement. But you can't really predict it. So yeah, it's tough. I mean, you learn from your mistakes. I learned from all my mistakes. And if you do make a mistake buying at the top, you'll figure out what you need to do in order to buy closer to the bottom, and any strategy that you can build in order to make yourself successful. I know exactly what you mean. I'm in the same boat. Red day is depressing. Did you hear about how AMC had 302 million shares shorted through the 13th through 18th? Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Fintel. Where's Fintel? I have a lot of stuff up here. Spider-Man, all this stuff. I love Marvel, by the way. But yeah, I was looking at Fintel, and just yesterday, 20.4 million shorted shares. But if you go down here and you look at the short volume, and you just add some of those up from the 13th through the 18th. Look, 13th through the 18th. Look at that. Look at the count of shorted volume that you see here. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I don't know if it's, for some reason I can't do math. I don't know if it's 300 million, but it is a lot of shorted shares. They short a ton, and they're going to continue to short. There were some periods to where it's hitting over, well over 30%. Some over 25%. Over 20 is just too much. Actually, over 10 is a lot. Typically, you'll see a company that gets shorted, but over like 10%, yeah, it starts to get to that time where people are like, oh, okay, this is a heavily shorted position. So what do you think AMC is going to do today, or did you already go through this? I kind of did. I think it's going to be a flat day. I hope we see something positive, because you never really can predict based on the volume or based on the movement that we're seeing now. But the volume does tell you a lot. So the volume right now is 45K. It's not even up in the millions, not even close to it, not even up in the hundreds of thousands. So seeing that, it's just not. Jan, I thought you were already a member. Is it? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Thank you for becoming a member, though. I appreciate it. But yeah, where was that? So yeah, the volume. The volume is just not high enough. I mean, we need higher volume to see this, any type of positive move. Now, I know we can see something positive even with lower volume, depending on how much they're shorting, because their algorithms are really, set up to short, based on what's there. So if you have a bunch of buy orders that are going through at 20 or whatever, $10 or something, then you're also going to have a bunch of sell orders or short orders come through. So they're trying to strategically place those so that it brings it down, or makes it flat at least. I redo my subscription. All right, well, thank you for doing so. I appreciate that. It's great they have shorted that much just to drop the price $2. Yeah, I know. Well, the funny thing is, while they were shorting on that time period, they didn't drop the price. We actually increased the price, because these were the days where we seen a lot of these large increases. We had a total million, or total basically 300 million shares on this one day of total volume, versus the 81.5 million shares of short volume. So they're consistently looking to short it around that 20%. If they didn't short it this day, we would have skyrocketed to unbelievable levels. If we were at a normal short percentage, because you're always going to have companies that get shorted, right? If we were at a normal short percentage, this would have skyrocketed, would have had a crazy increase, and we would have been on the road to really spiking. So you can see the potential. They have to short it. They have to continue to short it. They have to get it above, 20%, 30%. There's some days where it's 10% down here. These are great days. Great days. If they short it 10%, that's on average. We're fine. But they shorted these 27%, 30%, 33%. No, we're not going to see the best days possible unless we have a crazy amount, unless we basically, it's being shorted in a certain section. So if it's being 30% short, let's say in one section of the day, and we're seeing it increase the rest of the day, it's a different story versus shorting it, seeing that increase, shorting it again, seeing the increase, shorted it again. Finally about to break even on Nokia, the most boring Reddit stocks. Yeah, I mean, it's good if you're going to break even. It sucks that you have to fight to get back to break even, but don't take the break even, for granted. You should probably make whatever move you think is going to happen, because it could easily go against you. The problem that you see with a lot of people that are, trading some of these positions, which I end up doing, is that it gets back to break even. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll see it, go up from here, but where the floor is. And if it didn't have a decreased day, most likely you're going to see that floor happen. So with a lot of these positions, the only one I'm not doing this with, even though I could have made already probably 50 to 70K on AMC if I would have just, swing traded it, is I'm doing that method everywhere else, is basically saying, all right, well, what's the potential? It's getting back to break even. Is it overbought at this time for, maybe looking at the 10,000 foot view or the 100,000 foot view? And should I sell it here, wait for that to decrease, get back in at the low, and then find that increase so that you can be positive, so that if it does come back down, you can hold on to it for a while and still be positive. So that's what you want to take from that. SPCE. I thought they were doing pretty good yesterday, right? They're doing good today as well. You can see the growth that we've seen. So yesterday we've seen a large jump in the after hours market, actually the pre-market, I believe. So somewhere at the end of the after hours market into the pre-market, we've seen that jump up to $21.73, where I did say that it was probably going to fall off a little bit, did level out, and kind of finished lower than where it started. Being up 14%, that's pretty good. You do see this growth, this gap up to $20, and now you're seeing it level out again. If you see this happen again, it's probably going to be another negative day, to where most of the activity, this is why I kind of hate stocks and swing trading, is because most of the positive activity that you're going to see, that large gap up, is going to happen in the pre-market or after hours, where it's controlled by hedge funds and everybody that has money. Then when it gets to the open, it gets back to a reasonable price, so that your percentage that you gained is a lot lower than what the percentage that they gained. So it sucks to see that. It gets up to $20 each time and then opens up, a little bit lower, gets up to $21 here, opens up lower, and then falls lower. So I'm pretty sure we would see more of the same. Just if you do get into these positions, it's always great, like I said, to set a stop loss. So when you buy in, let's say it's at $20 and you feel like it's going to go up to 21, wherever your profit target is, take that, and then you'll be able to, sell for $1 worth, maybe 100 shares or so, whatever it is, cash out with $100, and then as it does fall, if it does fall, then you basically, save yourself there. But if it continues to increase, you just continue to adjust that stop loss or do a trailing stop loss, whatever you wanted to do. But either way, set a stop loss, because if it goes against you after that large increase, which typically does happen, you won't lose as much money. Stop losses are amazing. Firm stop losses. Here's an SEC report that says AMC director bought 14,000 shares at $13.54, which means insiders are getting into the position again. Does that mean there might be share publication soon? I don't think so. Where are you seeing this data? Hold Nokia, Apple. Apple is going to 5G. Nokia will profit big time from that. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, when it comes to trading and investing, if you're doing something for investing, so this is where it's different. Investing, yes, you have that long-term move. If you're looking for a short-term swing trade, then I wouldn't say that you just go for Nokia that has that tendency to fluctuate, right? So we have seen it make some positive moves as of late, but anything that does have that, obviously everything has that ability to fluctuate. But for a short-term trade, you want to be able to find that short-term potential, not long-term potential. If it is a long-term potential, then put it into a long-term account, but don't blend everything together. So yes, you're right. If you do have any type of positive news that could affect the future and, affect the future value, then do that. Let's see. Pretty sure the director sold, not bought. Yeah, I didn't see any of any of that information. So GME seems to be in the same boat as AMC this week, taking a long time to get past the hold and 170 mark. Yes, I do see that. I'm sitting with AMC or with GME, and I have just 2 shares of GME, looking for that to increase. If it does get to a massive amount, then obviously it's still good to be able to hold on to just 2 shares, something where I'm showing support, but I'm probably more into AMC. This is why I talk about AMC a lot more than GME. But I still do believe in GME, so that's why I'm still holding it. Would like to hold about 10 shares, but I still have a lot of money into some of these positions and paying taxes and all that stuff. I would have taken some of the YouTube revenue and put it into the stock market, but like I said, paying taxes, putting up a fence as well, that's costing way too much. Can't post the links here. You can't? I didn't know that. Let me see my channels. What is going on here? That's not it. All right, so let's see if we're seeing any more positive movements. It looks like FAMI dropped down from where it was. It was basically in that top spot. Now you're seeing SPEC make that move on up to $20.60. Like I said, be aware of where it actually is, and if you would see any type of drop, because you could see that continue to increase, but like I said, you have to set a stop loss in any case. Looks like Coinbase is making a slight move, was up yesterday, was positive yesterday, and is positive in the pre-market. Let's see if we could see more of that move. I think 200 might have been that firm low, and hopefully it gets back there, because I'm tempted to buy into that. Let's see. That fence is worth 30 shares of AMC. 30 shares of GME. It's expensive. Were you tempted to sell when it hit 14 or 15? I'm not going to lie, I was a bit. Yeah, I was looking at the movement, and I always like to see whether it will pull back quite a bit. And I did see that it was going to pull back, but for FOMO reasons, I didn't sell. It is every single time I'm like, I know I should make this move because I can profit at least another $3,000 and actually take that $3,000 extra and put that into AMC for more shares. So I realize that I'm making stupid mistakes that I would never do with a normal position, but for the FOMO reasons, I'm not getting out of the position. There's a number of positions that I actually got out of and took a smaller profit after decreasing quite a bit because I seen where the absolute lows are, and now I can get into some of these lows. So I'm waiting for, let's say, Fubo TV. I made $200 off of that. I would like to be able to see that drop down a little bit, get down to some of those other levels that it was at before I make a move. So where it got down to $14 recently, jumped up to 22. I would like to see it make that move down to some of these levels. So maybe the $16 level, but it's showing a lot of upward momentum. And you could definitely get a decent gain out of that. I mean, I got an okay gain. It could have been a lot more. Let's see. Where was that? Jan in the Discord group. It's not the best year to put up a fence. Holy cow. Wood is up 171%. Yeah, I'm not using any type of wood posts or wooden fence. It's going to be a metal fence, which is kind of worse. You know, the price of a 4-foot fence. I mean, my yard is pretty big, but the price of, let's say it's 330 feet of fence. So I don't know. Yeah, 330 feet of fence is going to cost around like $8,000 or so. And that's without them installing it. That's so it's pretty expensive, because I've seen people put in fences for a lot cheaper, and I understand they have less fence to put in, but still, I could have done vinyl for a lot cheaper, but I didn't want to do that. It just didn't sit well. So the fence is coming on the 2nd, which is Harper's birthday. So don't know if I'm going to be installing it then. What do you think about EFTs? Can you recommend a good one? Yeah, there's a lot of EFTs. I actually have a thing called EFT Watch. For anybody that's a member, that's a Money Makes Money member, the $1.99 member. I do an EFT Watch. So I'll put out a bunch of EFTs and go through new EFTs. I love EFTs. Like if you're looking for something that's a long-term investment, they're always great. Anything that pays you, something monthly or, quarterly or whatever is also great. But I always partner my risk that I have over here with a lot of, safe investments. So I have something, like I said, I put out one video of EFT Watch. I'm putting out another one today. I already put it out on the Patreon. So if you're on the Patreon at the 2nd level, I put out that EFT Watch on there before I put it out on YouTube, probably like, 4 days in advance. But yeah, I love EFTs. I have a bunch. There's basically these. I go on this website and I love to talk about new EFTs rather than old ones that are well established. I like to look at some that may be with companies that are well established, companies that have successful EFTs in the past, and just go on this website here. So, new EFT trends, and look at some of these EFTs that are here and some of the information that's there. June 2nd, that's my birthday. Well, that seems like a popular birthday. Actually, my other daughter, I don't know if we just like to have babies in the same time period, but her birthday is May 24th, so it's coming up very soon. And basically, they were born like weeks apart, even though they're 3 years apart. So, and they're basically like exactly 3 years apart. So it's pretty cool. But thank you for the super chat. You should have just became a member for 5 months. I think that would have been better. But I appreciate the super chat. I love super chats, but like I said, I don't ever, just want people to send a bunch of money. It's okay if you do. But I'd rather you get a lot of value out of it. So this is why I try and provide people with a ton of value when they do become a member, or join the Discord group, or join the Patreon or whatever. There's a lot of things that you can get out of all this stuff. So, but June 2nd, it's a great birthday. I was bummed that the next Zombies map won't be coming out until July. Yeah, I haven't even seen anything on it. I haven't played a game in a while. I've been playing Resident Evil for a little bit, and I'm kind of afraid to play it. If you've seen me play it, I've jumped multiple times. Like I got so like these jump scares get me, and I'll jump, and I'm like, Erica was laughing. She was laughing at me. So my birthday is today. If you want to get me a present, you can hold on. Happy birthday, and I will do that. A bunch of people will do that with you. Happy birthday, Tim White. Director for AMC, about 7,000 shares of the company stock, at an average price of $13.47 for a total transaction amount of $94,290. I thought I was a member. I'll do that too. Oh, you are a member. Okay, I didn't know. Usually people it didn't pop up in the super chat. Typically I'll see the you are a member. Sorry about that. Yeah, so for some reason when you send a super chat, I thought it would pop up with the icon to tell you that you are a member. You've been a member for I think 2 months. That's what that. So I appreciate that. Never mind. I take back what I said. You just wanted to send a super chat, and I appreciate the super chat then. Thank you so much. Finished The Big Short last night. Great movie. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else wants to watch that movie or is interested in that, definitely go and watch it. Take some time. It's a really, really good movie. And the thing is that I've watched it, like I said, a couple of times, maybe like 3 times or so, but I want to watch it more. The only thing is I don't want to get tired of it because it's such a good movie that I put space in between, and we would like to watch it soon. We're probably going to go and see A Quiet Place 2. Maybe, what is it, next weekend? Matt reacts to Jordan Lucas, Zima, good stuff. Thank you for saying so. Thank you for saying so. Yeah, I'm going to do a lot of different things on the reaction channel. Definitely subscribe to my reaction channel if you guys are interested in it. If you have any suggestions on what you want me to react to, it could be anything. I love all, genres of music. I love, different videos reacting to financial stuff, all of that stuff. I just want to create that as a reaction channel and just, set aside some time and just react to things. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Put it in the comment section of some of those videos, or, let me know on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. I'll be checking all that stuff. I saw it yesterday. It was a great movie. Thanks for the recommendation. No problem. My friend told me see Wolf of Wall Street. Have you seen that? Yes, I have. Be prepared for a lot of nudity and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, just don't watch it with children. There's a lot of profanity, all that stuff. But it's a great message. Like, actually, I don't know if it's a great message, but it's a great story. I love the story. See, I'm one of those people that will watch a movie. I don't know why I'm not. I'm one of those people that will watch a movie and only really watch it to continue the story. That's why I love Marvel movies so much, because I will continue the story, you know, throughout multiple movies. I can watch a 24-hour movie if I wanted to, and I would love that. I loved the Zack Snyder Justice League movie because it was 4 hours long. I hope Adam and Trey are still cool after the miscommunication last time. What do you mean miscommunication last time? Wolf of Wall Street is really good. A crazy life. Make sure no kids in the room when you're watching it. Exactly. Wolf of Wall Street is freaking hilarious. It is. It's a really good movie. Attack of the Titan is a great story. Reactions are very popular on YouTube. All right, I'll have to Attack of the Titan. I don't think I've ever seen it. Wolf of Wall Street was wild. Yes, it was. And still is. I need Tesla to do some work today, so that I can, see that move up to 650, maybe 6 or 690, 700. I want to see that move. Because I do have to take some of this money out and pay some tax, or not pay some taxes with it because I already paid taxes, but I want to put the money that I took out of other places to put back into there. That makes sense. Watch Wolf of Wall Street for all the boobies. The Lambo scene was hilarious. It was. Well, I'm 18, so I'll be fine, hopefully. 18 might be pushing it. No, I'm just playing. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's funny. It does have some good messages in there, and yeah, it's a good movie. And I think it's longer. Isn't it like 3 hours, the runtime of Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, it's 3 hours. Documentary Smartest Guy in the Room is really good on Amazon. I think I might have seen that. Did you watch Nobody? No. 18 on the low side, not gonna lie. Well, good luck. Good luck. AMC is up almost 2%. That's good. We're not really seeing a ton of volume though. We have about an hour left, so we're not really seeing a crazy amount of volume. I want to check what's going on with Fidelity to see what the volume is over there. Come on, man. I just realized yesterday I had to call Webull because I could not link my bank account back to the new account that I had here. And the reason is that it was put on the blacklist. I have no idea why, and I've never heard this until yesterday. So apparently that's on the blacklist. Also, what do you guys think of Ford? What are you guys thinking of Ford with the announcement? My voice is going. What do you guys think of Ford with the announcement of the electric truck? It looks amazing. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, go check out my Matt's Reacts video, the last video that I created. I'll be here for another 2 hours basically, or hour and a half, but I'll be here. So go and check that out, and let me know what you think. I mean, I think that That truck looks pretty interesting. I'm not a truck guy, but with all of the features, everything that you can do, it makes it seem like it's well worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and change this camera because we might have a issue here. But yeah, the camera is just, the webcam is just not the best, but it does the job. It does the job. Looks like the volume over in Fidelity is 671,000. So it's a lot higher than what it says on Webull. I don't know why the pre-market just doesn't update the right way on, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's Ford. Ford is 671,000 shares of volume. It sucks that it doesn't offer its dividend. But it has been growing, and could see something pretty big with, I'm looking for AMC. Yeah, 369,000. So it's off by like 169,000. Sounds like somebody's here, but it might be the dog. All right. What is your Twitter? It's not allowed to be known in public, so I could send you the link. My Twitter handle is Perry8K. I usually attach it to, you know what? No, I usually attach it to the chat, but I have my other channel up there. If you guys want to subscribe to that, please do that. But yeah, I'll pull it up here. Here is my Twitter. Perry8K, if you guys are interested. I know what people are saying on Reddit. I got my Perry experience, Reddit subreddit. So if you guys want to join that, definitely join that. We got 88 members. People are posting some good stuff. Why is this graph so similar? Yeah, I seen this, that, basically everything was so similar. All of crypto was basically following the same direction. So it was all following the same trend. I mean, it happens especially when markets crash rather than just individual stocks. You see the same dip period, which was good because a lot of people could predict those dips, buy in at some of these lows, especially with something like Cardano, and increase on the way up. 88 to the moon. You said buy BTC? No, I said buy BTC. Goodbye. Not gonna lie, this is some next level adrenaline rush. Me buying what I think is a dip. The dip. That's true. It's a never ending cycle. Yeah, make sure everybody hits that like button. We have basically 800 people here. If you could hit the like button, that would be amazing. Thanks for the Attack on Titan info. Just started season 1, episode 1. If AMC hits 1,000, would you quit your job, or would it have to be 10K? Would I quit my job? Not right away. I would probably get to a point to where I would, talk to them about it and say, hey, look, I feel like I can gain a lot more outside of here, or, cut down some hours or something, because I love what I do. And I would like to be able to do the things that I do with less time I'm spending there, if that makes sense. So basically like half time. But if it hits $1,000, that would be $1 million that I gain. I've gained a million over, a short period of time. That's not something that would be, obviously would be life-changing to where I can invest that, firmly invest a lot of this stuff into long-term investments and be able to trade with a lot of that money, versus half of it basically going to taxes. But if it hits something like 10K, then yeah, just know that I'm going to be selling on the way up as it does move. So I'm not going to be looking for something that's going to be, crazy, life-changing. I want other people to get that life-changing money. I can basically get that anytime, right? I'm not saying that I can just gain $1 million out of nowhere, but I have more of an ability to do that than some other people that may have just invested like maybe their last $100 or their last $1,000. Like, I'm all for them gaining as much as they could possibly gain for me to, sell out for something that's just positive. You know what I mean? So as the people that are talking about it, would be great to be able to gain what, let's say, what's his face? I can't think of his name. DFV. To gain stuff, something that DFV gained, it would be amazing. But I also want other people to gain a lot more. Your dog in the Twitter picture looks like the Dogecoin dog. Well, it is a Shiba Inu, so yeah. Her name's Emmy. What's this? Why is this so funny? Oh, Coinbase, someone used my credit card to buy Bitcoin at 67K. What in the world? How many people did that? Oh man, how many people did that? I've seen those. Yeah, if you have any good DD on different coins, let me know. It's always great to know different information about coins, what Cardano has to offer versus what Ethereum 2.0 has to offer versus whatever else. So it's always great. Must with crypto. Replay that. Yeah, exactly. ADA is the way. Absolutely. For a while, that's what it was, but then all crypto started to crash. I want other people to get life-changing money. Isn't it the best to hold as long as possible? Obviously, hard to time the top, but selling on the way up will hurt the momentum. Yeah, selling everything on the way up will hurt the momentum. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to basically not pull out everything. Obviously, stick with it, but give everybody else a chance to sell on the way down. Because what's going to happen is it gets to these peak points, right? And then it ends up falling. And if everybody sells on the way down, it falls faster. So I don't want that to happen. And I'm trying to find the best method to where a lot of other people can gain money while I'm gaining something. And I think the best way to do that is sell, portions of it on the way up, very small portions, so that it doesn't really affect anything. And it's not something where I own, 10,000 shares. I only own 1,600. So it might be 1,700. I'm not sure. 1,650, I think. So I'm looking to basically pull out a little bit, basically do that. And then as it does get to the point where it's at the top, I'll sell on the way down, but it will be less shares so that it's not really affecting it too much. If you basically hold 10,000 shares and you sell all of that at one time, it's going to dump very, very quick. So I'm trying to find the best method to where a lot of people can make money so that we don't just create fear. Because the more, let's say if you have 10,000, 20,000 shares, and you sell those 20,000 shares, it creates that fear for other people. So then they end up selling, and then it just creates that fast movement down. And it's like literally within, instead of worrying about it, or seeing it peak for a number of minutes or a number of hours, it peaks for like 1 minute. Like, you don't want that to happen. You're going to be taking, I will be taking kind of a little bit of I'll be taking that bullet so that other people can gain a lot more, because I have more potential to gain a lot, whether it's with the YouTube channel. You guys gave me a lot every single day that you show up. So, why do I need to, sit here and gain millions of dollars over what you're doing? If we're the experts, which we don't really know exactly, I wouldn't claim that we are experts, but if we're the people that are out there, kind of teaching, I always like to learn from other people, so I say kind of teaching, then that means that we would be able to sell at the top and everybody else would make less. And I don't want that to happen. I want everybody to make close to an equal amount, make a lot of money off of this squeeze, and we can go from there. So I hope that this is the best method. It's just so tricky. I've been working through different ways to work through this, because I could definitely sell on the way down, and I feel like that'll just hurt all type of momentum, or any type of stability, I guess, in the stock. The momentum on the way up, if you sell everything on the way up, that obviously hurts it. You sell everything on the way down, that obviously hurts it. So you need to find a way to, pepper in some sell orders here and there. Hopefully that makes sense. Guys, we have about 1,000 people in here. If you could hit the like button, get me up to about 400 likes, that would be amazing. Thanks for trying to help the community. Yeah, no problem. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I want to, sell portions at. But yeah, I'm just trying to help everybody else out and help them make more money while I'm also making a little bit of money. If I simply just double or triple my money, I'm perfectly fine with that. I understand the potential is to gain millions, and we could definitely do that. But if I if I triple my money or double my money for other people to make life-changing money, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Because you guys helped me out and basically gave me, I'm not saying that you physically, like, you only gave me the life-changing platform, because there were things before this, but all of the viewers are giving me a life-changing platform to where I can work from the safety and comfort of my home, rather than, go to a business and work for them, or work for a job that may give me a raise of 5% versus here, where I can gain a raise of 33% in 1 month, or even 100% in 1 month. So yeah, hopefully that's okay. I want to gain millions, but I also want other people to gain. If I could literally take millions of dollars and spread it out to all of these other people, I'll find the best way to do that. I have a small amount in fine. It's an EFT crypto play backed by Binance and Mr. Beast. When its release price has skyrocketed and burned a few early, but I think it's going to be long term. Let's check it out. You said it's an EFT. I don't see it. You said EFT. Oh, NFT crypto play. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. Let's go to Coin Market Cap. The refinable? Is that what it is? You're saying it started out with all of it. It started out at that $8 mark. Is that what you're saying? And then it decreased quite a bit right from the start, and then you've seen this gather itself, and now it's down to about $1. That doesn't look bad. What's the total circulation? Total circulation is only 41 million. That's interesting. Very interesting. I would have to look at a lot of the detail behind it, but being at $1, it doesn't look like a bad play. It looks like something where you can easily, maybe double, triple, quadruple your money, whatever you put in there. So it doesn't look like a bad play. Can you trade it or buy it on Coinbase? It's not supported on Coinbase. Wait, I liked you so much that I hit the like button twice. If you hit the like button twice, that means you didn't like it. Word up. Wait, that means you didn't click the like button? So you must have clicked it, unclicked it, and then re-clicked it. Is that what you're saying? It was supposed to start at 3 cents, and it started at $8. Well, that's crazy. But either way, I mean, the amount of it in circulation is pretty low. When did it actually start? In April. Wow, that's not too long ago. If it was supposed to start at 3 cents, is it going to get down to 3 cents? That's interesting though, because it is steadily decreasing. You know, over the last day, I think it actually increased, but it is steadily decreasing over the last 7 days. It went from, you know, $2 down to $1. I see over the last month. Yeah, we did see a dip here down to 80 cents, 83 cents. So I want to know where that actual low is. The 24-hour low is at 86 cents. See, where's the all-time low and high? It looks like the all-time low is around 80 something cents. So that's an interesting play. I'll keep it on my watch list, but I don't know where I can actually buy it. Wait, here we go. So you can buy it via Pancake Swap. You swap bind for WBNB. Interesting. You can buy it via Pancake Swap. No, you need a Pancake Swap. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of my position without making an impact. It's going to be hard for me to get out. I'm probably going to leave 25% in AMC. Yeah, how much do you actually have in AMC? Do you have a lot, like thousands of shares? I only have 100 shares. I'll exit at 100 or $1,000. Got to see how it squeezes. Yeah, see, if you have a lower amount of shares, then it's always, you know, possible to get out at the high points. But if you have a higher amount of shares with like thousands of shares, it's very difficult to get those out. So that's why, you know, you can see maybe some people that will sell 5 shares. Let's say it gets to 100K. You can sell 5 shares at 100K. You gain $500,000 from that. But most likely it will be kind of impossible to sell all of your shares. That's why it would be great is if it does get to those points, you sell with partial fill orders so that it can fill partial orders. And if it doesn't fill at that price, all the rest of them stay in there. So that's always an option as well. Before crypto slipped, I was holding between 170 and $2. 100 to 1,000 is my target. It definitely has way more potential than $100. It's like a spring ready to go. Yes, exactly. We do have 1,000 people here. Thank you for getting me to 1,000 viewers, guys. Hit that like button. It does help out. If you want to subscribe to my Matt Reacts channel, definitely do that. I'll react to anything. If you do, let me know what it is. I will have to have somebody look through it before I react to it. But yeah, I would definitely create a reaction video on anything if you want to, you know, comment in one of the videos or on one of the videos. In 10K or higher, or I'm not leaving financial freedom. Yeah, but I'm afraid of all of the other paper hand sellers early and killing the momentum. Got to see how it moves. Yes, 100% true. You never know if people will be comfortable, because think about it. And I don't want to create any type of fear. I never want to. But if somebody does basically say, or if it gets to a point to where they're a millionaire and they're like, all right, well, I'm going to sell because I'm a millionaire. There are a ton of people out there like that. Look at that video that I created, or that I reacted to, from the Dogecoin millionaire and Graham Stephan and Andre Jick. They were telling him to sell, you know, at 3 million. Now, it wouldn't have been a bad idea if he would have sold and put all of that money back into Doge. Then he would have had so much more money as it went to $1. I feel like that would have been huge. But, you know, he decided to hold, and it went down to 19 cents. And now it's up to 40 cents again, I believe. And it's going to make that move back to $1. But he could have ended up selling, making a decent amount of money, and then buying back in at the lows. So I feel like that would have been the best bet. Obviously, he wants to hold, and hold is a great, you can't predict where the highs are going to be and where it's going to go. But I think you could have predicted exactly what would have happened. We understood that Robinhood would probably stop what they were doing, stop the buy buttons and all that stuff. But yeah, holy shit, 320K. Is GME being shorted? In your opinion, what is the difference in the current shorting between AMC and GME? There's not really much of a difference. The only thing that's the difference is that GME happened a lot sooner. So GME had this whole run up for a while, and now you're starting to see AMC have this run up that started a little bit later. So that's the only difference between AMC and GME. They're being shorted heavily, both of them. It's just GME had that first partial squeeze. It should have been a lot larger if it wasn't being restricted by the taking away the buy button. And you know, it's now at a higher price than where it was, a way higher price than where it was. It basically hit 100 times what the price is. I'm not saying that the squeeze is over for GME. I'm just saying that it's more likely that you'll see a larger impact with AMC because it's still at that low point. You know what I mean? It's still not even close to where 100 times would be. Brandy, thank you for becoming a member. I sold my rental house because I hate being a landlord. I put all my money in after I paid taxes. Wow. I don't know. Wait, did you say how much you had? How much you had somewhere up there? I dropped 320K. Holy crap. What? And that's dollars. That's not, I mean, even shares would be crazy. 320K in at what price? What price? Jesus. Guys or gal, I don't know, your gender, but Jesus. That's a lot. I was watching the chart for volume, see what we can do. That's amazing. That's amazing to have that much in there. So even something just doubling would be pretty damn good. But then changing that to something that's going to be absolutely crazy, I think you definitely need to supplement, buys or sells as you go up and as you go down, just small pieces, because that's a lot of money, and that will definitely swing anything that could happen, with AMC and, GME or whatever. So, wow, that's a lot. So you've been holding that much for, wow. I have nothing else to say. That is a lot. When did Doge hit $1? It didn't hit $1. It's on its way. It went up to 73 cents or so, or 74 cents. And that person that pro the Doge could have sold up at that mark, basically gaining $2.9 million, putting that back in at 19 cents. He could have went from, let's see, he could have went from, let's see, 2.9. Whoops. $2.9 million, divided by 0.19. He could have had 15.2 million shares, and then you multiply that by, let's say, if it hits $1, which it's going to be $15.2 million. So he could have taken something that was $2.9 million, $2.9 million, sold it at that point, put all that back into it at 19 cents, then increased that to $1 and gained an extra $13 million. Because if it hit $1, well, if it hit $1, he would have gained $4 million, right? So he would have gained an extra $11 million if he just sold at the top, bought back in at the bottom, which is hard to do. It's very hard to do, especially when you see all this potential. But for someone like me, I would have sold a portion of it, at that height, because I've been saying this in my videos, not that you needed to sell the whole thing. It's hard to basically sell the whole thing, especially when you see the potential in it. You see that it could get to $4 million. But then again, you realize, what if it does go back down to 40 cents, right? What if it goes down lower? What can I do? And how much will I make then if it did that? If he sold just $1 million worth, let's say I don't even know if I could do this math right, but let's say 2.9 million dollars. Let's try and do this math. Um, divided by 73 cents. Right, so he has 39,720 26. Maybe I'm doing math wrong. Let's not do all that because I'm doing all that in the calculator instead of Excel. So either way, he could have sold probably $1 million off of that. And then as it did decrease, he could have put that $1 million back into it. And then he would have gained extra money as well. So I feel like my suggestion would have been amazing for him to just sell a portion of it, keep the rest, the $1.9 million in there. Then you can go on about your day. And if it does decrease, you can put all of that back in there and then have it grow. And if it does decrease away from you and you lose money, which is crazy because $19 or 19 cents was really, really low, you could have made a decent amount of money from it. But it's so tough to do that because, like I said, with AMC, I didn't do that. I could have gained $70,000 in just a gain over the times where it did increase and decrease again. But I chose not to do it because my platform is, open to everybody. So if I sell anything as someone that is talking about AMC and GME, even if it is, for an $8,000, $9,000 gain, to put that $8,000 or $9,000 back into it, it's still considered paper-handed by everybody else. Doesn't make sense, but can't spell math without Matt. Yeah, exactly. I wish I could afford 1,000 shares of AMC. Yeah, I mean, when it was cheaper, when it was down to $4 or so, that would just be amazing to buy as many shares as you could. But obviously, I got into it a little bit later. Bought in somewhere around, I think my first buy-in point was like $12. And then it started to decrease. And then I bought in at $9, or I think it was $8. Decreased my price down to about $10, and I've been below $10 ever since, until basically now, to where Webull says that I'm above $10 when I still should be below $10. Has life-changing money. Pull back 1/2 and then get back in. Worth the risk, I think. Yeah, it's always something where you're like, okay, does it make sense? I know when it gets up to $15 that it's going to resist. And I've said it how many times? I've said it so many times that it's going to resist, because it's not the fact that the squeeze is going to resist. It's the fact that they're going to, the hedge funds are basically going to short the position as much as they possibly can. And when they do that, it's going to pull it back. So this is like swing trading 101. Like swing trading 101. When you see resistance points, you sell at those points, or at least take a larger profit out, and then put it back in when it gets to the low so that you have more buying power at these lows. It's swing trading 101, but I don't ever do it because of the fear of missing out, or that fear of being judged as well. It's just ridiculous. Literally everything gets shut off if I sell any portion of AMC. So someone like Trey, who's probably used to swing trading methods and day trading methods, he could have made probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on the amount of shares that he has, but he chose to stick around because you can't really predict when the actual squeeze will happen. You know that'll probably happen when it is a calm point. It looks like it's the calm before the storm. But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous, because I could have made, let's say $8,000 from this, taken all of that out, put it back in at $12, knowing that it's going to pull back. And then basically my effective wash sale would be less. I would have more shares. Trey is holding at $13.50. I know he's been upping the amount that he holds. So yeah, I want to own more and more shares. And it just sucks. I'm going to play an ad here because I haven't played one in an hour. No stress. Yeah. All right, so we got 1,000 people here, guys. Hit that like button. If you guys want to subscribe to any of my other channels, please do so. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok as well. Yeah, I have 3 other channels: the MP Shorts, the Perry Experience, and also Matt Reacts. I just created that channel, which is pinned to the chat if you guys want to subscribe to that. And give me your suggestions on anything you want me to react to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, and I always like to react to a bunch of things. If it's music, I can definitely create a playlist on music. Financial stuff, always for that. Funny stuff, I'm definitely for that. I love laughing. But yeah, just let me know. It's like CEOs, they could profit from shares, but have to consider a lot. Yes, it's sort of like that. I mean, they have more pressure to hold because they're the CEO, and any executive really, they have more pressure to hold. I guess it's sort of like that right now because I'm not the CEO. I would say with all of the views that Trey and Matt get, they're the CEO and CFO. I'm over here the chief technical officer or something, and I'm held accountable for the amount that I'm holding. So I guess you can say it's similar. Those bags are heavy, but they're all coming to pick them up. Buying more today. That's good. All I know is I cannot see. It's so tough to see this stuff. All I know is we all better get free popcorn cards for saving them. I don't know if we'll all get free popcorn because then that'll take away from the revenue. I have so much trouble seeing this with this light and the small text. It's just a little ridiculous. Anything, Matt? Anything? On what? Matt, that's multitasking. We gotta pick up our boy Trey. put him in the green again. Yeah, I hear you. It sucks because I was looking at his portfolio. I don't know how many he has now, but I seen when he had like 4,000 something. And like it's crazy. You're literally either gaining or losing $4,000 or close to $5,000 every single dollar that AMC moves. So if it moves $100, he would gain 4,500 or $5,000 times $100. So he would gain a lot. So even something as simple as, selling at $100, he would gain a decent amount from it. Life-changing money for some people. I buy every day. I can try to grow to 200 shares, but everyone will have a number. Or should I have one? Would like to sell at 10 if ride to 100. Yeah, I agree with you. I always like to be able to sell maybe half of it, secure my initial investment, and then if it does come back down, put my initial investment back in there to have more shares than what I had previously. That's what I like to do. Okay, at least give us free butter on our popcorn. I hope that it is free. I mean, every other theater does free butter. Do they not do free butter? Do they charge for butter? Because that would be ridiculous. I haven't been there in a while. Actually, I have. I haven't got popcorn and stuff from there. Typically, I just do the normal thing and bring in your own stuff. Don't sue me. I'm waiting for the Supreme Court decision on Fannie Mae. Speaking of that, I think I have my graduation this weekend, which I knew about, but I didn't know about at the same time. I just tell my wife that half the amount I invested was Matt, I sent you a link on Twitter. Let me check. Okay, let me check my. Uh, all the SEC filings updated daily. Okay. AMC Holdings. Report. Yeah, I'll have to take some time to look into this. I don't want to have to, um, take too much time out of the live stream to look into all of this. But thank you for sending it. Let me take this down. Why is this not popping up? That there. All right. I got way too many browsers up. Next up for AMC train 1550. Would love for it to get to 1550. Just know that it's showing resistance at some of those points. That's funny. That's good. All right. Anyways, let me go back to where I was. Yeah, would love for that to get 1550. Can you give us your thoughts on AMC Facebook groups and Reddit being shut down and how it's all connected to hedges? So a lot of businesses are actually connected to people that have money, hedge funds, uh, you know, political campaigns, all that stuff. So I feel as though they have to be connected in some form or fashion there, and it's just so tricky because I'm trying to find where that connection is and why they would take down Facebook groups, but I physically can't think of why they would do that. Now, if they're paid in some way in order to do it, yes. If they heavily invest in their company, it's possible. If it's something like a hedge fund that's invested, in their company, usually they put a large amount of shares that they're buying and holding, which gives your company strength and also gives it predictability. So I would imagine that's probably a factor, but it's so tough to say. For Reddit, I thought they were, basically on their own. I haven't seen too many shutdowns of Reddit forums, but I've heard of Facebook groups being shut down. So again, it's not right, but yeah, I would say there has to be some sort of tie, probably to the amount of shares that hedge fund holds in Facebook, to where they can basically say, well, we're going to get rid of all your shares. You have all of these platforms on here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of every single share that we own here, which is probably millions of shares. And that could be detrimental to the stock price. In my opinion, that could be the case, but then again, you don't know. The more shares we have, the harder it will be for us to get out of them. Sounds stupid, but it's reality. Exactly. I'm right there with you. So if you have a ton of shares where you can gain a lot of money, just know that you're not going to be able to sell all of those at the top. You can sell them all at a certain point. So if you have, 100,000 shares, let's say you have 100,000 shares there, and you want that to grow. First of all, before I get into this, thank you for the super chat, Jim Gamer Dad. I appreciate that a lot. Hopefully I did answer the question, but it kind of varies. You don't really know exactly what's happening behind the scenes. You can kind of just speculate. Let's see. What was I saying? But yeah, you won't be able to sell all of your shares up at that peak point, up at the top, because um, if you have too many shares, you're just going to collapse the price, and there's no way you're going to be able to sell all 100,000 shares at that peak point. But you can set a price to where you can sell multiple shares, and then as it does increase, sell more shares. As it does increase, sell more shares to get you the most profit. So you have to go through that own analysis for yourself to see when you'll be able to pull out, let's say, 1,000 shares. You pull out another, 500 shares, another 1,000 shares, and you save them the max amount for some at the top. You know what I mean? Basically, where you're securing a lot of the profit, a lot of your initial investment, and then you're continuing to grow the rest in order to gain a lot more on top of that. But if you just do it as something where I have 100,000 shares and I'm going to sell at $1,000 and I'm going to gain a ton of money out of it, most likely you're not going to be able to sell 100,000 shares. Actually, you're not going to be able to sell 100,000 shares at that top point. Saber, you have like a million shares, and you say that every single time we get closer to the market open pre-market, it dips. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been saying this every single day, is that they control. Where's it at? Wow, FAMI is making a move. It's up 5% or 6% actually. Fubo TV is making a move. I haven't checked those yet. Is AMC up, and how much is it up? There we go, 0.5%. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, is that this is controlled by hedge funds. You'll see a lot of the movement, a lot of the activity happen within the after hours market and then dip off, before the market actually opens. Look at this, got to 1441, dips all the way down to 1260, 60 something, and opens up at 12, or what was it, 1299 or something, and then fell some more. Same thing here. You'll see the highest points be in the after hours market. It dips, and then right before it opens, it does dip, and then it also dips while it opens. But you'll see things like, let's go back to the day where it got to $15.80. $15.80 got up to this point, consistently fell down, even though we've seen this consistent buy strength. We've seen how much buy strength was there. It consistently fell just because the hedge funds and big money control this. So it sucks to say that, it's manipulated, but we know that it's manipulated. This is why we're in it. This is why we're here. We know that we're going to win out of this. Yes, it's just crazy. All Wall Street bets groups are still up over all over the place, but they only shut down AMC groups. So they are trying to keep people from staying together. AMC is going to squeeze crazy. Yes, absolutely. I'm right there with you. And it seems like they're not trying to draw that much attention to just AMC groups. And I think it might be something where the stock market is more regulated. If you create a group based on one specific position, I think that's the problem. If you end up doing that to something that's regulated, like Dogecoin, you have a bunch of Reddit forums and probably Facebook groups that are not regulated, and you can't get shut down there. But since we're creating it on one specific stock, this is regulated, and it's creating that mass activity in one position, which is not legal. So that might be an instance as well, and they're trying to shut all of that down because they know how much people are looking to get into that. Some you'll see some smaller companies to where you have maybe someone will talk about a certain stock and it'll be maybe 1,000 people that are joining it, but AMC you'll have hundreds of thousands or millions of people that are joining it or whatever. So that might be the case. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. Appreciate that a lot. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Late to the show. Morning, Matt and chat. Good morning, Alan. Thank you for showing up. Matt, these floor battles are dividing us. I think as I see different channels covering this price floor. Wait, what do you mean? These price floor battles are dividing us. What do you mean by that? Like basically pulling people out, saying that they are they're being like what, paper handed, or just trying to protect their profits, or what. I don't really like using that term, but I use it for a lack of another term. Wife adding up our profits. She takes the amount of shares 2K times 1,000 share. Because we only make 2K. How? Filing for divorce. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The members of the members of the Facebook group that got shuttered, I guess shut down, have moved to a Gangnam Style YouTube video comment section. Well, I guess the thing that you have to do is, like I said, I think you have to, instead of doing one specific thing, because a lot of the Wall Street bets are like, it's like multiple positions, but if you physically focus on one position, that's a problem. Because, you know, obviously stocks are regulated, so you can't really just bring a bunch of people together to buy into one stock. That's not how things work. So that might be the reason why they are getting shut down for AMC. It sounds like she just calculated how much she plans on letting you have. Buy a dog or a cat. Safer bet and way cheaper. Yes. Absolutely true. Amy or AMC is going to the, oh, you're calling it Amy. AMC is going to the moon. Yes, it is. It's going to make some moves. All right, we have about 20 minutes until the market opens. We're going to see what exactly happens. We have a lot of pre-market movement. FAMI looks really good, got up to 49 cents. I'm up at 50 cents. I see where this floor is, and that's where it gets, you know, a little bit concerning to where the floor is. Now, I only have, I think, $300 in there. Yeah, $351 in FAMI. So this is where you have to see where the floor is and see if you will see a pullback based on any type of activity that we have seen recently. It has grown quite a bit in the last couple of days. So looking for that to increase, gain a little bit out of it. Would like it to double, but it's just not showing the same movement, the same activity that we want to see. Now, remember, I have to take some positions out because I still do want to, I have to put money aside for those taxes that I paid, because here, as long as I have over 25,000 in the account, I'm good. Which is the case with, you know, AMC. I have 20,000 by itself, so everything else would really need to make some moves, get back to positive. I was waiting for a while. There should have been a number of those that made their move before that month turn. Like Ride should have already made a move, but it hasn't, and it's been trying to. It's just getting shorted. So yeah, 867 people in here. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Do everything you can in order to support the channel. It does help me out tremendously. A text message from people in high positions. Honestly, the price point we're consolidating, that is not bad at all. Yeah, you're right. If we could stay, like, it looks like we're hitting different like consolidation points here. So let's see what we were waiting for in that month look here. Sorry, this is FAMI. Let's go back to AMC. Oh, it moved. It moved as I clicked it. So what we were waiting for here is to see, I believe we were waiting for this consolidation, right? So we've seen that large increase, and we've seen this consolidation, and we were waiting for like that bull flag scenario, which we did see, but it was shut down, right? We've seen that bull flag created. We have the pole, we have the flag, and then we have that move, right? But all of a sudden, this just started to fall. You know, got up to $15.80. We've seen a large uptick. It just got shut down by hedge funds in the after hours market, to where it also got shut down in the market open. And we've seen that fall a little bit. and then increase in the after hours market and then fall even more and then start to level out. So we see a number of times where it does consolidate somewhere around, let's say that $9, $8 mark, or sorry, $9, $10 mark. Now we see it really trying to consolidate. So let's say somewhere around that $12 mark, we can see it consolidate at $14, $15, and then continue to see those consolidations until it eventually breaks. Have you heard of the buzz in the crypto community about that big dip in crypto being a coordinated attack to liquidate a position? No, I didn't hear that. Someone claiming to be an insider predicted the exact time of the dump, the exact time, and 30K floor on 4chain or on Tuesday night before the dump. I can link you to the thread if you want to check it out. Yeah, I mean, I always want to check some stuff out like that. That's crazy, but you know, I don't like how things can be manipulated, and when it comes to money, I guess they always find a way to manipulate it so that people lose as much as possible. And if you hold out for a little bit, you can actually gain as much as possible. So it gives us the opportunity to buy into some of these floors. Like I did, you know, I don't think I bought it at the exact floor. I tried to, and I was close, but I bought $1 worth, and I'll still talk about that because it's hilarious. Yeah, it's conspiracy stuff, but it does have some merit. I've seen that 30K floor. Yeah, it was right there. Of if you're talking about Bitcoin. Did you see the dump of 100 shares this morning, making it drop $150 PM, but came back up? No, I didn't. I didn't see that. Making 100 shares? Why would 100 shares drop something like that? Yeah, we got a little bit of good movement. We got a lot of positive movement here in the pre-market, which looks really good. Man's bought $1. Yeah, I bought $1 worth of Ethereum. It was pretty funny. One of my best moments, some of my best work. I didn't realize it changed as I was looking at crypto information. I didn't realize that when I was trading, this was automatically set on dollars. I don't ever want it to be set on dollars. Well, I lied. I do like to buy it by dollars. Sometimes it depends if I'm buying, like, say, $100 worth, then I'll go. But if I'm looking to buy a full share, then I'm buying one share, no matter what the price is. Anyone know about Canada stocks on Webull? How to invest in them? Do you have to pay more? I don't think so. I don't know about Canadian stocks on Webull. I'm pretty sure you don't have to. So I don't know if someone has invested in some Canadian stocks. I haven't seen that. Several companies I like up there, but not available on Webull. Grandmother just passed. I'm sorry to hear that. 2 days ago, she bought 100K shares of AMC. We lost a fellow ape and whale today. Press F in the chat for to respect. I got you. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's got to be tough. That's got to be hard on you. I mean, I've lost two people in my life that were really close to me. I've yet to lose a parent. I didn't even know my grandparents, so couldn't really know what you're going through. But we're all here for you. Some of the Canadian stuff you'll get hit with. Okay. It's so tough to see this text. Dogecoin. Dogecoin's still around 40 cents. We've seen it increase to about 43 cents, but looking for that to make a move. Remember, it was at a calm point for a while before it actually took off, so we're waiting for that Coinbase listing. We're waiting for a lot of news to break out with that. Curious what happens to your stocks if you pass. It depends what type of account you have and who's your beneficiary. Let's see. XLM is decreasing. We're seeing crypto decrease a little bit, not as much as it did before, like 20% or so, but her was in her will that all stocks would go to my father, who is a holder of GME and AMC, but I doubt any of that is on his mind right now. Yeah, I hear you. All right, pre-market showing strength, cooking with Crisco. Isn't that a Trey's phrase? My mom used to love cooking with Crisco. Crisco, I can't even say it. You cook make some fried chicken, some good stuff. Actually haven't had. No, I lied. How long has it been since I've had any type of like either Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, something like that? Been a little bit. Is it a good price? Is Ethereum good a price at 2,600? I think it is. I think it is a good price with the potential, knowing that it can get up to 4,000 easily. It's just a matter of time till we see that increase. And whenever I see that decrease again, or any type of decrease that gets you back down to a certain point, it looks like the lowest point is where it is now, because it did drop down to this 1,800 mark and 2,100, really finding newer lows, higher lows, creating higher lows, higher highs. Here, it's actually not creating that, starting to consolidate and fall back down. So we'll see how that goes. But I stole it from Trey. 1270. Is that where we're standing at? I haven't even looked into my crypto account, into my Coinbase to see what's happening there. I need DraftKings to make a move, because DraftKings is kind of pissing me off. Hopefully we could see some sort of increase here, and this is like a start of an uptrend, creating these newer lows here, looking on this path after this large dip that we have seen. Hoping we could see some more and break past this $45 mark, because that's where it's starting to resist from. And I don't know why, because it should have a lot of strength above that. Another $1. Play another ad here. I only played 3 ads today. Typically I would do one every like 20 minutes, but I sometimes just get into conversations. Did you guys see that video on my Matt's React channel, the new electric car from Ford? What do you guys think of it? Have you seen it? Or the electric truck? I think it's definitely a competitor for Tesla, but let me know what you guys think about that, if anybody has seen it. If you haven't seen it, the link is pinned to the chat to go to my other channel. Subscribe to it, check it out. Let me know any suggestions, anything you have there, movie trailers, anything. We could definitely review a lot of stuff. Always into doing different reviews, no matter if it's, copyright claimed or not, just making some content. Honestly, there's nothing we could do about the Facebook group. It is a private company, so Facebook's a public company, so he can do what he wants. Whatever movie. Well, the problem is, I think it violates some guidelines. Yeah, the F-150 Lightning, that's what it's called. But I think it violates some guidelines, with the SEC, just because I think you can't really, bring people together to invest in one stock. You know what I mean? Like if you have a platform that the sole purpose is to invest in multiple stocks and understand what gains are, and that's the premise behind it, then it won't be shut down. But something that's specifically one stock, just talking about AMC, which the stock market is regulated, crypto market is not. That's probably the issue. It's a great truck. Did you see the president test drive it? No, I didn't. I'll have to take a look at that. He didn't drive it. There were two steering wheels and two people in the front seat. So you're saying that somebody else was driving it and he was just acting like he was driving it? That's a conspiracy theory right there. All right, we got basically 7%. We're gonna open in 6 minutes. It looks like Fami is making a little bit of a move. I just want to know what the best method of, buying this low is. It does seem like it could definitely get to $1. It shows strength. It didn't really show strength above this, but breaking anywhere in between there, showing that growth potential somewhere at least halfway, shows that it can get to those points. 58 cents is what it got to of a high. Were there stairs to get to the truck? Because then no way Biden got in it. That's funny. Ford makes good vehicles, but a really shitty company. I guess, yes. I think he drove it. There's a video, but he drove it. No conspiracy there. Actually, photos. Actual photos. Okay. Interesting. That's funny though. But yeah, we're sitting in a good spot. Stock market related. I'm so tired. It's Friday. I want to play some golf, but I'm not going to be able to. I got graduation tomorrow. Hopefully that doesn't go long. I can just move through that. On the F-150 Lightning, they don't have a front engine, so it's essentially a trunk in the front. They're actually calling it a frunk in their manual. Yeah, I've seen that. I watched the video, and like I said, I reacted to the video, and they had a lot of stuff basically saying that you can power your house for 3 days. I always think they exaggerate that. I feel like they do it based off square footage, and you have to read the fine print to see what that is. But it also has multiple plugs in it for people that camp and all that stuff. You can basically use that and have electronics that will be powered for 3 days of camping. I don't know about the charging situation, like, how that takes place outside. Did you see the new Tesla Roadster? I have seen something about the Roadster. I think it's expensive, isn't it? It's really small. I'm pretty sure he drove it. Didn't Trump drive a trailer? I don't know. Am I tripping? No sniffles or coughs today. I've coughed. I've coughed multiple times. I actually had a point to where my throat, I felt like it closed up on me because I couldn't say anything. Literally, my voice shut down. And now I'm gonna start to. There we go. 100K. I'm getting it. 100K, and I'm getting it. Oh, so if AMC hits 100K, then you're getting it. I mean, I'm not a truck guy. I am not a truck guy at all, but it definitely looks really, really interesting. I'll tell you that. Looks extremely interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to whatever the actual change is, so that we can go from there. Where's AMC? There it is. Cough drops are addicting. I'm not addicted to cough drops. I only use cough drops when I absolutely need to. I don't have an addictive personality. I think that's what it is. I don't have that. So I never get addicted to anything. I could say I don't like to use absolutes either, but I just did. The only thing I can say that I am physically like addicted to, and it's so tough to get off of it, and I've done a test on getting off of it, is sugar. Sugar is such a hard thing to drop. And I've done 7 days. Was it 7 days? 7 days without sugar, a week without sugar, and it was horrible. The first 2 days were absolutely horrendous. And I stopped recording all of my stuff while I was going through that, and I wanted to do an update video on my YouTube channel. Let me know if you're interested in that, because I could tell you everything I went through when I did go through that. But I could tell you after 2 days, it was pretty easy. Because then you start feeling like, you know, a little healthier, a little like you can move a lot more, like you don't feel as drained. But that's the only thing that I can never get addicted to is sugar. Don't forget the market is kind of addicted. Well, yeah, I guess we're seeing the market actually move right now. FAMI is up 4%. It's leading the way on my most popular watch list. We look at things like CCIV climbing the list. We could see SPEC climbing the list a little bit, making them moves up. CCIV as well. Roblox is making some moves. Let's look at what's happening in the actual minute chart. What a shocker. AMC is decreasing from the start. That makes sense. 1275 to 1255 in 2 seconds. 0.2 seconds. Yes. They do that. They do that. Someone swing trading AMC hard? No, they're shorting it. I don't think they're just swing trading it. Let's see. Tesla. Tesla's starting to decrease. Now I'm starting to cough here. Oh crap, sell off. Yeah, Tesla's selling off. You're going to see a lot of things that are falling. Whereas Fubo TV fell. Ride fell. Look, Ride is making a move though. It's increasing, but you know, it just looks horrible. SOS is not making a move. Fubo TV is starting to move up, I think. I don't even know where it went. Oh, there it is. MVIS is down. Starting to see a lot of things break even. Where's AMC? So tricky to find where things actually are. There we go. AMC is down 0.4, almost 1%. This is crazy. They ran it up in the pre-market. Is what I meant. They dumped it at the open. Head swinging or selling off at the start. Yeah, I mean, they run it up by covering, you know, in the after hours market, doing as much as they can in the after hours market, but then once the market opens, they start shorting again. They give themselves room to short. It's kind of bull crap. Hopefully we could see a V-shaped recovery. We're seeing a lot of positive moves up here, and I love seeing positive plays, but it's nothing that I really want to have positive. Like all of the things that I'm holding, obviously Tesla I would love to see continue to be positive. It's up to $591, but that is decreasing. It's slowly falling downhill. Cost is up. I need that to increase. GME is I believe was increasing. Yes, it's about 1%. Roblox is up I told you guys, getting up to that $80 mark, Roblox does that. It doesn't ever really break the $80, $85 mark, right? But it does fluctuate between that $60 and $80 mark. If you can ever find a position that swing trades as much as Roblox does, this looks like a swing trader's dream. You know what I mean? Getting in at these $60 marks, $67, $60 marks, and then riding that up to $80 multiple times is something that you could definitely do. It's starting to level out a little bit, but you can find those high points, and it breaks past some of these points. I think the highest point is $83. So getting to those points is going to resist as people are holding. So that's a definite swing play. That could be my swing play of next week. We probably need to see exactly when that comes down. So I've been waiting for this to hit lower points and that it would be a decent swing play. I was saying that 67 probably would have been a great point, but I didn't talk about it. The fact that we are holding at 1240 is impressive. A lot of people and not leaving. It's been GG's now since March. Yeah. Where is AMC? It's down 1%. Look at this movement. Look at this. You have a lot of buy strength. It looks manipulated. Look at that. You get up to these points, $15.80, and it's going to decrease a hefty amount over one day, basically, and then over the next day, you're going to see that drop down some more, create that, I mean, he has been one that running the ship since day one. The brains, and despite the acting, really good guy and takes care of the wrestlers. I don't know what we're talking about. WWE? Vince McMahon? Yeah, so hopefully this turns. I hope that we could turn. See, this is why I say like if it's negative, there's nothing that you can really talk about. You can say like, oh, when are we going to see this make its move back? But we need to see a lot of the positivity that's happening there. We need to see the volume increase. And we're not really seeing that volume increase. We're at about 3 million, 4 million shares worth of volume right now. I got 2 free stocks. See what I get. At DX. And oh, I got a $44 stock here. KHC. So yeah, if you guys want to get 2 free stocks, make sure you hit that link down below. You can get 2 free stocks. You get the potential chance of getting a $44 stock. And I mean, I'm happy with that. Any day, all day, I'm happy with it. We're seeing this decrease start to consolidate somewhere around this $12.30 mark. If we could stay above $12, that'll be really good. I think they manipulate the volume somehow. Yes, they do. They do manipulate the volume. Anytime we see the highest parts of the day where we would have the volume, they're looking to short the most. And that's where the volume will look like it's crazy and that we should be increasing. But no, it's a lot of shorting that's going on versus the rest of the day until it gets to about 1 o'clock. The rest of the day, they'll basically, short a little bit, add a little bit of, shorts here and there. But then once it gets to 1 o'clock, that's when they're going to short again because that's where people are buying the most around lunchtime, 12, 1 o'clock-ish. I missed the how many free stocks do I have in Weeble today game. Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't get as many free stocks anymore. People don't like me. No, everybody probably has a Weeble account. I mean, all of these people that are talking about AMC and GME and stock market, they all have Weeble in their descriptions. So you probably have a bunch of people that have a Weeble account because, they watch certain people. I feel like I sounded like Obama there for some reason. They watch certain people. I don't know. For some reason, I heard that. I heard Obama there, even though it didn't really sound like his voice. Just the um, the cadence. Let's see. Fami is still leading the way. Roblox is actually up there as well. Did come back a little bit, but it's basically leading the way up there. Meat Tech is making a little bit of a move, even though it's very spotty at the movement. Don't really have too many positive moves here, though. A lot of things are negative. Coin is negative. Cost is negative. Very slightly negative, though. So we could see some sort of reverse. SOS is negative as well. These are all things that I hold. ZOM is negative. Fubo TV, I don't hold that anymore, but it is negative. I'm looking for that to decrease down to the $14 level so I can buy back in. MVIS is negative, down to about $14. Ride is down 2%. Don't know why it's down so much, but it is. And where did AMC go? AMC is slightly negative. So you can be Obama. New anger translator. You know what Obama sounded like when you say Google it. I don't want to hear if I do that, then every time I hear myself speak, I'm gonna hear that. It's just like when my wife will tell me, "Oh, that juice tastes like grape soda," or sorry, not grape soda. It tastes like what's it called? Uh, Cough medicine. There we go. They like the grape drink that I'll drink tastes like cough medicine, or cherry will taste like cough medicine, and it'll taste like cough medicine every time now. Like I can't drink the drinks that I have because she tells me it tastes like a certain thing. And she always does it. Always. So there's certain actual Gatorades that I have in my pantry that I can't drink because all I taste is cough medicine now. And it sucks because I used to like them. All right, let's see. Oh man, I'm so tired. I wouldn't be tired if this was going positively. I'll tell you that. I will be going, for lack of a better term, ape shit. You see that movie based on the POS power suggestions? No, I didn't see that. I picked solo. I picked solo over ride ever since I saw all the lawsuits being filed against them. The thing is it's not the lawsuits that's bringing them down because while the lawsuits were taking place, it never great drink. While the lawsuits were taking place, that actually doesn't taste like cough medicine. But for some reason, all of the Gatorade grape drinks now taste like cough medicine to me. Even the cherry ones do. So I'm stuck in a spot to where I can't drink some of my favorite Gatorades. But anyways, where was that? The thing about the lawsuits is that the price was increasing then. There's a lot of shorting that's going on. Whenever some negative news comes out, shorting happens. I've seen Ride, and I didn't even check into the shorting volume. I thought it was just decreasing because of the market that was decreasing, but it's been heavily shorted for the last however many weeks, and it's been moving in a downward spiral. We've seen this strength with the buying strength, the buying power, and then all of a sudden, it's going downhill. Why does it get to $11, almost $12 again, and then completely fall? It's because it's actually being shorted. Uh, Matt, any gamers here? Would E3 hype possibly increase the gaming stock or gaming stocks? Yeah, I mean, you always see gaming stocks go on a run. Looks like AMC's starting to run here, starting to really run. Look at this. Look at this V-shaped recovery here. Love seeing that. Now up 1%. I love seeing this. SOS is now up too. Wow, I missed a lot. Roblox, Fami is up 7%. Roblox is up 5%. We're starting to see some positivity here. This is what I needed. SOS up 1%. We're seeing that recovery a little bit. Hopefully it can stay that way. I'll continue on that trajectory. Cost is up as well. That's almost up 0.5%. That's very spotty. The movement is very spotty. I don't really like that, but growing up in Harlem, I would call them Porter Waters, because they were 25 cents. Those were the days when they were 25 cents. The juices and what's it called? The sodas, 25 cents. Yeah, I was all for it. I need to look up the short percentage for Ride. Yeah, I had it somewhere. See if I can. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I know the day before that was pretty heavy. So it was 29% short yesterday. If you look at the last however many days, it's been 28% the day before, or 29%, I guess. And then you have 37%, 35%, 32%, 25%. It's been shorted for a number of days, even after it's been, increasing some of these days. So they've been shorting it a hefty amount. So it's not something that is going unnoticed, at least by me. If we can bounce off 12, that would be very strong. Yeah, if we did bounce off of 12. Where did it go to? I thought it was increasing, or did it come back? Yeah, so we bounced off of 1234, I guess, 1230, and we've seen that increase back up to the 200 EMA, to where now it's starting to decrease a little bit. We're seeing coin that's making a little bit of a move, just a little bit. SOS is starting to decrease in value. Fami is making a decent move here. This is looking good for the last couple of days. Let's see, 5 days. It's looking good for the last few days. Going from 35 cents all the way up to this 49-cent mark. It's looking pretty good. Just bought 7 million shares of Shiba for $67. Yeah, mine has gone down quite a bit. My Shiba, I guess I bought a little too late. And I'm down from $77 to $22 for Shiba. Still holding it there, letting it sit there. Whatever it gets to, it gets to. I don't really know the full impact of that. I think that was more of a mistake, more of a chase than anything. I should have put more into Safe Moon, which I could put more into Safe Moon now and let it sit there, because you can gain a lot from it growing just a little. Have you visited your local GameStop to see the transformation, if they have been going through in just a few months? No, I haven't. It's impressive. I haven't checked it out. I have not. I should. Roblox is up to $80 here. Look at this movement. Look at this movement. It looks really, really good, really, really strong. Just know that comeback, that pullback is probably going to happen soon. SOS. That's up 1.5%. Wow. I sold 3 million Shiba to put it in Safe Moon also. Yeah, I think Safe Moon is lower than what it was, because I was in it. It was up to, my value went from 170 to about 300 plus. So I had a decent gain here. If I put more into it, then just let it sit there, it'll be pretty good. I'm not a fan of EA, but if a new Battlefield is coming out, I might have to invest in EA for a bit. It's good to hear. Invest in something that you like. I'm hungry. I am tired. There's a lot of stuff that's wrong with me right now, but I have 12 minutes left. Let's see how the rest of this market goes. Yeah, if you guys want to follow my Matt's Reacts channel, please do so. Would like to grow that as well as growing my MP Shorts channel, which is already over 1,000 subscribers. So anybody that subscribed over there, I appreciate that. I will be uploading videos on here, sparingly. I'll try and do, a couple a day. I need to get a schedule on some of these. I feel like the reaction videos are very easy to create because literally you find a video, you react to it, you upload the video. It's not difficult. But yeah, I could probably do one a day. We'll see. But yeah, go over there, watch some of those videos. I have the new F-150 Lightning over there. It looks really, really good. Is Trey going live today or did he not? Matt, read my comment. Where are you at? Where is your comment? How far back? Yeah. I really don't see it. Can you repaste it? Like copy and paste it? Because I don't see your comment. I bought 10 shares of Tesla at 570 yesterday. How's it doing? It's looking pretty good. It got up to what, 590, or it got to a high in the after hours market of 600. Hi, I'm Lucy. Great channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for saying I have a great channel. I appreciate that a lot. Every little bit of kind words means so much to me, especially after creating like this. Like, this is my business. This is my my baby here. So thank you for saying that. I just eat crayons. What? Matt, how do you do? I'm done after working 40 hours per week. You're done after working 40 hours per this week, or per, I don't know what you're saying there, but it's good that you're done. I mean, you gotta feel like you could be able to rest, I guess. I'm always working well over 40 hours, not only on my 9 to 5, but also, YouTube videos. I'm always working day and night, creating different content, looking to give you guys as much as possible, every single bit of what I have here. You take this seriously. I could see that. Thank you for saying so. Let's see. So, wow, FAMI is up. It's up quite a bit. It's up to 50 cents. Made a decent move. We see where that floor is. We also see where the impact is. The last few days have been a pretty decent increase we've seen. Is it possible that it's going to fall off? It's only $300 that I've invested in there, so it's not going to be that bad, but it looks pretty good. How do you not burn out? I just don't. I'm a workaholic. That's why I can't get burned out. I mean, I feel like they always say something about YouTube burnout. I can tell you that sometimes I feel bad and don't want to post, and I won't post. That's the issue. Is some people will be like, oh, I have to post, but if I don't want to post, I don't post. Most likely with the streams, it's very easy because I don't have to go through too much work. I'm going through all of the things that I would normally go through while I'm recording a video, instead of putting all the tags and all the titles. And I obviously have to put the title, but building a new thumbnail, it's really the same. You're just coming here to talk about the market, talk about what's happening, and go from there. It's much easier than creating a video and editing it and doing all that stuff. So I don't really get burnt out. I try and make it as easy as possible so it doesn't take time or too much time, because the problem is that people will spend so much time editing, and I try and take that out of the equation. If I can record it all in one shot, I love being able to edit. Love it. If I can create longer videos, maybe do you know, 1 or 2 videos a week on another channel and build something bigger, then I'll edit those videos and take some more time in editing those and looking really, really good using my 4K camera instead of using 1080p over here. But since I'm doing it this way and I'm talking about the market, I don't need the 4K camera if I'm only going to be visual in a certain section of the video. The rest is going to be, the market and, the Weeble platform. So I make it as easy as possible to just record and then don't even have to edit. I can literally upload it that way and then go from there. I'm going to do you a favor. Watch the chart move. All right. Well, for AMC, a dip will come after this. If you short the position, you can make bank. Plus we keep humble entertained. Thank you for saying that. I've been here since the beginning. I remember when the SEC was investigating. Yeah, I remember that too. GME is up 3%. So is SOS. It's up 3% here. Roblox is up 7%. Fami is up 10%. We're seeing some good moves here. Roblox is up to $82. If that can break past $83, then it breaks past previous highs. And that's a good point there to be able to break past those. What was that previous high? Yeah, $83.40. If it could break past that point, I feel like it's going to resist. But yeah, I mean, you could have gained a lot from where it opened even to where it is now. Heading to another meeting straight along, fellow. It was always hold. Thanks, Matt. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Are we looking at here? Okay, done. 11 is the next checkpoint in the system. I couldn't handle working 60 hours a week. Is something wrong with me? No. Is it something that you love doing? You actually love doing. Some people will say that you don't love doing it. Like, I like working what I do for my 9 to 5, but the reason why I don't get burnt out with this stuff, with investing and all that stuff, is because I love what I'm doing. Like, I love making videos. I love, being able to entertain and, respond to comments sometimes. I know the comments get a little ridiculous sometimes. I can't respond to them. I can only really heart the videos or heart the comments. But I like being able to communicate with everybody. That's why I don't get burnt out. I love it. I wouldn't do it in person because I'm very introvert, but I love to be able to communicate with people while I'm here. It's not something that I do often, I don't ever take the time to go ahead and do that. Can you explain HCMC offering, rights offering? I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not a, sorry. I'm not a person that really gets into penny stocks, but obviously I'm holding risky plays in my, just a couple of risky plays with like very little cash. I mean, very little cash in my long-term account, because if I gain a lot from there, I don't want to have to pay taxes on it. So I will typically do it there if I am looking to gain a ton out of it. If it's a risky play that has that potential to grow a crazy amount, then yes, I will be there. But I don't know the answer to that. Let's see. I wanted to add that to this list just so that I have an eye on it as something that can move a crazy amount. All right, perfect. What's up there? So Fami is still up 9%. It is starting to decrease a little bit. seeing that start to pull back. We're waiting for that pullback. Are we going to see a full pullback, or are we going to see that increase from here? SOS is moving on the way up. It's up 3%. You can see that recovery there. GME is up 4%. That looks really, really good, getting up to 177. Roblox up 8%. Again, consistent. Definitely being overbought. The DraftKings is also up 2%. Need that to continue to roll. I think it did break past. Let's look at the last month. Yes, it did break past these points over here. You know, breaking past that $45.32 mark up to $45.84. So that does look really, really good. I'm all for it. GME. Yeah, a lot of things that are moving. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Sorry if I couldn't answer everybody's questions. Also, check out some of my other channels. You know, check out the Perry Experience. Check out the MP Shorts channel, which I will be uploading, you know, basically midday stuff too. Also, check out my new channel, Matt Reacts, which is pinned to the chat. You should be able to find some good content there. Let me know if you're interested in any video you want me to react to. If you have any good video suggestions, feel free to comment in the video and I will find it and respond to it and hopefully make that video. But yeah, do all that stuff. Get your free stocks with Webull. Check out some of the links. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.